Hi, my name is Brian with Bata Baseball. Bata was founded back in the 1990s by a gentleman named John Gregera. John was an engineer. He didn't like what he saw in the way of pitching machine, and in the matter of one summer came up with a pitching machine that simply worked better than everybody else's pitching machine. He ended up turning that into a real business and a real pitching machine. What Bata's done over the years is continue to refine and continue to improve that machine, so that today what you have is a machine that is similar to the original back in the 1990s, but it lasts better, it has better functionality, it has better features. So what we'd like to do is walk you through the components that make our machines better than any other pitching machine on the market. So one of the things that we do different than other companies is every single time we have a metal part moving against another metal part, we buffer it with a Teflon pad. So we custom manufacture pads that go in between these parts, and that creates a smoothness, and it also eliminates wear on the metal parts in that area, which in the long term is going to prevent rust, and it's going to prevent the part from wearing out and just getting sticky. Every one of our pitching machines includes a fender. The reason we put fenders over our wheels is if something were to happen and knock your machine over while it's operational, the fender protects the wheel from possible damage. The other advantage in having a fender on all of our machines are, even though we've never had a problem with delamination on a wheel, if we were to get a delamination problem, the fender would provide containment. That containment could potentially prevent an injury. Every single wheel that comes in, we run a durometer test on it so that we know we're getting exactly the right amount of compression against that wheel. If you get two wheels that are just simply too firm, it puts extra wear and tear on the shaft of the motors and causes motor failure. If you get one that's too soft, you have a problem where it doesn't grip the ball consistently, and so it doesn't give you the speed that you're looking for, or it doesn't give you the break that you're looking for. We take the extra step. We test every single wheel. Every wheel that goes out of here has a number written on the side of it that says exactly what the Durometer testing was of that particular wheel. So when we say made in the USA, at Bata, that doesn't mean the same thing as other companies that are producing made in the USA machines. We use 100% American-made components. So instead of importing controller boards and wheels and everything from overseas and then doing final assembly here, what we do is we source every single part. So when you're looking at the electronics, the controller boards, you look at the motors, you look at the steel parts, you look at the wheels, every single component is manufactured domestically right here in the US. By producing them domestically, we have much, much better quality control. That's one of the main reasons we can offer a 10-year warranty. When we first started looking and tracking all of our warranty repairs, we started looking at our records and we found we didn't get any callbacks in 3 years. We didn't get any callbacks in 4 years. So we decided if we really believe these things will last 10 years, let's put our money where our mouth is and we'll offer a 10-year warranty. Nobody's done it. It's 5 times as long as the industry standard on a pitching machine. But at the end of the day, we looked at this thing and thought, if it's not going to fail anyway, why don't we just make that promise to our customers? Make sure that they know that if they buy this machine 10 years from now, they're still going to have an operational pitching machine. The driving force in a pitching machine are the motors. And the motors that we incorporate are all made in the United States. We have a failure rate on our motors of less than 1 in 1,000. But here's why it matters. You look at the pitching machine across the board and you have controller boards, you have electronics, you have motors, you have wheels, you have steel parts. Because we offer a 10-year warranty, we have to make sure that every component that goes into that machine has as minimal a chance of failure as possible. So we use the best motors we can get. Very, very rare to see a failure. One thing that we add that's just a minor touch is our controller box, and that's the box that holds the electronics. It's 100% made out of steel. It's manufactured in the US, 12 mil powder coating. These things happen sometimes. We've seen pitching machines that have fallen out of pickups that people call us up, hey, can you get this thing going again? By doing an all steel control box, it's one of the reasons we can offer a 10-year warranty. We don't want to get a warranty call because the controller box cracked and water got inside and ruined the electronics. It might seem like an overkill, but even the covers to our pitching machines are manufactured in the US. We have our own production facility right here with our own sewing machines, and we bring in the fabric that we want and we produce our own machine covers right here in-house. But they'll last longer and it'll keep moisture out of your pitching machine if you use it outdoors. Even though we use the best quality control boards we can get, made in the USA, we also go through and we hand tune every controller board with each motor. There are slight variations in any controller board and there's slight variations in any motor. And so what we do is we go through with every single one and we hand tune those controller boards with that particular motor. If you were to buy 100 Bata machines, you're going to get exactly the same performance out of each one of those machines because Every one is hand-tuned to a specific RPM, hand-tuned to a specific performance. The brains of the pitching machine is the controller board. It takes the AC current, converts it into DC. Essentially, what that does, it determines the speed in which the motor is going to operate. Why does that matter? When you look at the overall function of a pitching machine, the controller board is what tells the motor how fast to spin. On a Bata pitching machine, every single notch on the dial is good for 7 miles per hour, and we know that because every single controller board is tuned for every single motor. One of the major differences between our pitching machine and our competitors' machines is that we use a 12 mil coating as opposed to a 6 mil coating on all of our metal components. So with a powder coat finish that's twice as thick, it holds up better to abrasion, it holds up better to the weather, and it'll help prevent rust, and it just makes the metal parts last longer. All of our single wheel machines have to incorporate a friction plate. One rotating wheel pinches a ball between the wheel itself and that friction plate. While most other companies manufacture that friction plate out of a plastic material, we use a polyurethane material. It's a little bit more expensive, but polyurethane will last a long time and it provides better grip on the ball. So if you're looking at throwing a curve ball with a single wheel machine, our friction plates made out of polyurethane grab the ball better, allow the machine to impart more spin so you can produce a better breaking pitch. Precision and balance reduce vibration. So by producing a higher quality wheel, it's less stress on the motors, it puts less stress on the controller boards, it puts less stress on all the electronics, it even puts less stress on the steel components. We believe our wheels are the best pitching machine wheels on the market. The aluminum casting is produced by Edelbrock Racing. Edelbrock casts our wheels for us, then they machine them, then we polish them afterwards. You may ask, why in the world would you go to the extreme of having a racing company produce your wheels? Well, the wheels are extremely important. They rotate at a high rate of speed. A well-balanced wheel will provide a smoothness that will take all of the wear and tear out of the normal operation of the machine. And it does make the entire machine last longer because of our better quality wheels. With Bata pitching machines, if you have a service issue, you're going to be dealing directly with the factory. Most of the machines out there are imported from overseas. You're not going to be able to talk to the factory. It's just impossible. What we offer here is the ability to speak directly with the team that manufactures these parts and troubleshoots these machines. So if something goes wrong, you'll have the ability to talk not just to somebody who imported these machines. You'll be able to talk to somebody who actually put it together, somebody who knows exactly how these things work. These are pitching machines that we're extremely proud of. I hope that comes across in this video. Every single component, we've taken extra care to make sure it's the best quality you can get. We're not just doing lip service to that. These are machines that we fully expect to last 10 years because every single process along the way, we haven't just tried to go something that's adequate or something that'll do the job. We've tried to step up to a point where every single component, every single system incorporated in these machines are made to the best possible quality we can make them. The 10-year warranty doesn't happen by accident. It's because we've taken all the steps that go behind it to make sure this machine really will last 10 years.